Hello and welcome back to For the Win. Back at it for the U.S. Open Major Championship Week, Paul. Ready to rock for some U.S. Open golf talk?
Yeah, why not? I got nothing better to do.
Okay. Yeah, might as well. Okay.
Bring on the dimpled ball.
Yeah, no doubt. So U.S. Open week. Let's do a little recap of last week. It was a really profitable week for myself. Hit it outright with Ryan Fox, 75-1. Cashed his top 20. Cashed the top 20 of Alex Smalley. So very nice, very nice in the last week. Live Golf,
Definitely.
Joaquin Niemann wins his 4th title of the year. 4 wins in 8 tournaments. That's pretty dominant, Paul. What do you think?
Oh, hell yeah.
Right? I mean, $16 million.
Yeah, I mean, to people who may want to bet on a golfer who plays for the Live tournament, keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
He might be a good bet.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think he's okay. He's okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan Fox wins at a playoff over Sam Burns. I will admit I was close to cashing out a couple of times, and glad I didn't.
Oh yeah, I know.
So Foxy had second victory in 5 weeks. Hot. And Joaquin Niemann, 4th victory of the year. So let's get into Oakmont this week, Paul. We got what I hear is a pretty tough track. I hear there's a few bunkers on the course, and the greens are going to be running at I think 15 on the stick meter. So this is what they call big boy golf.
It is the U.S. Open.
Defending champ Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah, this is more of their traditional setup. I think this is the 10th time they've hosted a U.S. Open, the most in history, which kind of surprised me. I thought Pebble would be up there, or Pinehurst, but Oakmont takes the crown. I mean,
sweet.
It was the site of Jack Nicklaus's first PGA Tour victory. In, I think, 1971, he beat Arnold Palmer in a playoff. Took him 90 holes. And that was back when you had the 18-hole playoff, right? You had an 18-hole playoff. Now the USGA has switched their playoff to just 2-hole playoff, which kind of melodramatic. But, I heard a lot of complaints that, 18-hole Monday playoff, a lot of people are back to work and, they got to leave the tournament site. So, but I know I really enjoyed that 2008 playoff between Rocco and Tiger Woods there. That was epic.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, we were rooting really hard for Rocco there, but so it's going to be 2-hole playoff if needed this week. The defending champ is Bryson DeChambeau. The odds-on favorite is obviously Scotty Scheffler. He's like 3-1, which is unheard of in a major or U.S. Open. But I mean, what he's been doing lately, it's just hard to fathom him not being in the mix. Rory's been dropping in the odds boards. He's now 13-1. Prior to the Canadian Open, he was like 7.5-1. So he's almost double the odds. I mean, he's got the driver issue. He's, he's liking the last year's model. And that caved in at the PGA. So he's been trying to find something to replace that. And we all know the story where he Ubered in his driver to, I think it was the Bay Hill tournament.
Yeah.
A few weeks back in the season. So, excuse me, Ryan. Rory's all over the place kind of right now.
Yeah.
You don't know about the motivation, after winning the career Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll be taking Rory, even though he's a top 10 machine. Bryson is the third favorite. And after that, it's a bunch of guys in the 20s and 30s. And I think after 50 to 1, no one really has a chance in this tournament, man. It's just top heavy, chalk. You know, the big boys, they really have a chance.
We're having technical difficulties.
Out of nowhere. I mean, we at nighttime, so he's going to be in the field. I mean, you always hear these, you know, kind of your tin cup type stories, I guess you could say. But I mean, epic stories like Francis We Met in, I believe it was 1913. They made a movie out of that. So I got 3 picks. I'm just going to start off with Ludvig Åberg from Sweden, 27 to 1. Took him at the PGA. He missed the cut. Still backing Ludvig. He's one of my favorite players. It's the ball, super long, super straight. I hear that works usually at a U.S. Open. He did get a top 10 last year, and he shot 4 rounds in the 60s at the Canadian Open.
Yeah.
He just had one really, really bad hole. He had I think he had an 8 on a par 3. Other than that, he probably would have been in contention.
Yeah.
And he finished Jack's tournament, the Memorial, I think it was a 64 event, and then 4 rounds at the Canadian Open. So I think Ludvig's back on track, 27 to 1. I love the number there.
Yeah.
And next up, I'm going with a guy I haven't really bet much. I don't think I bet him at all this year. Going with Colin Morikawa at 30 to 1.
Wow.
2-time major champ. He lost in a duel at Bay Hill to Russell Henley. I thought he was going to win that. He doesn't have a win since the end of 2023, but he would have won last year's Tour Championship if he didn't have the starting strokes advantage, which they got rid of now. So, I mean, if you just counted pure strokes, he would have won the Tour Championship last year. And he was really close at Arnie's tournament at Bay Hill. So, no victories, but he's knocking on the door. And I think 30 to 1 is an incredible number. So I just purely had to just jump on it and take that ride with 30 to 1.
Yeah, and this is the first time that you've actually placed a bet
I'm also
on
taking
him.
top 20s. Yeah, I mean, his odds are usually in the low 20s, high teens, and it's just now the odds makers are, I think, being a little bit more realistic and giving us some more favorable odds, considering, he hasn't won in so long, but he's been knocking on the door. He's an accurate driver. No one's really talking about him, so give me Colin Morikawa, 30 to 1. Next up, this is a future bet I took about a couple of months ago, and it's Joaquin Niemann, the guy who's won 4 tournaments on Live. Got him at 40 to 1 a few months ago.
Nice.
And he's down to, I think, 30 to 1, 28 to 1 at some books. So there's obviously some money coming in on Waco, the Chilean sensation. And yes, I do have him at the Open Championship as well. So I had him at the PGA. He cashed the top 20 with a top 10. And going to take him here at the U.S. Open with another top 20. And I will have him at the Open Championship next month as well. So Joaquin Niemann value for the majors. And I'm going with a top 20 play. No outright, but Carlos Ortiz. I'm getting plus 333 for his top 20.
Ooh.
He's been playing well on Live. Pretty long hitter. Not really he's really under the radar. No one's really looking at him, but looking at his stats, he's pretty long, pretty straight, good around the greens. He's just kind of an unheralded player, and almost like 3.5 to 1 to finish in the top 20. I think I'm going to jump on that. The top 20 numbers for Ludvig is, I mean, how can you not, right? Minus 110 for Ludvig's top 20, including ties.
Okay.
Morikawa, his top 20 is plus 120. So a little bit of plus money for Morikawa. Top 20 in ties. And then the last one is Joaquin Neiman is plus 110 for his top 20 in ties. So pretty much even money for my outright guys, you know. And then Carlos Ortiz, taking him as just the top 20 at plus 333. Just a sneaky pick. I just got a hunch about him, and I think he can get into the mix here at Oakmont, and hopefully cash that top 20. And yeah, so this is the second time that we've cashed an outright, and both times it was before a major.
Yeah.
The first one was at the Houston Open right before the Masters, and now we had Ryan Fox at the Canadian Open right before the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
So, and then I also had Angel Cabrera, but I didn't have that on the show. So, so 2 outrights in the last 4 or 5 weeks. So, liking that. Everything is good. The force is strong right now. So, let's keep riding it, Paul.
No, definitely.
We'd love if people would give us the old thumbs up and subscription. Yeah, we would love the old thumbs up subscription. Get some more subscribers in this crazy YouTube world, Paul. But hey,
definitely.
Someone's got to do it, and who better than us? So pumped up for this week, Paul. Oakmont is going to beat up on these tour pros, but we'll be back for next week's action. Another elevated event, signature event, Travelers. But until then, Oakmont. And signing out for the win. We're going to catch you guys
Hang loose, people.
next time.
Ciao.
Later, everyone.